Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I think I finally figured out what's actually wrong with the world right now. And no, it's not what you think. It's not politics. It's not economy. It's not social media. Well, at least not in the way that most people think about it or talk about it, right? We live in the most advanced time in history. Like, generally, you have more information in your phone right now than the greatest scholars of the past ever had in their entire lifetimes. We have cured diseases. We have gone to space. We can literally video call someone all the way across the planet for absolutely free. Right? And yet, people are still miserable. You know what I mean? Like, statistically, clinically miserable. Anxiety is through the roof. Depression is an all-time high. People are working harder than ever and somehow still feel more empty than ever. Everyone's connected, but nobody feels seen. You know what I mean? So what's going on? Like, how are we this smart and lost at the same time? I think the answer is in the Quran, right? And it's not a verse you hear people quote all the time, and it's not the famous ones you see on Instagram posts or any other social media. It's a verse that honestly, I think most people just scroll past it. But when I actually sat with it, it completely changed how I see the world. Like in Surah An-Naml, chapter 27, verse 4, Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة زينا لهم أعمالهم فهم يعمهون. Allah says, indeed, those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have made their deeds pleasing to them, so they wander blindly. Okay, I want you to really hear that, because the first time I read it, I didn't get it. I thought, okay, it's about disbelievers, moving on. But that's not what it's saying. Right? It's not really. The part that got me, the part that I think is the key to everything going wrong right now, is the phrase, we have made their deeds pleasing to them. The Arabic word is Zayyanna, and it doesn't just mean made them like it. It literally means to adorn something, to put a beautiful, shiny coating on something that is actually ugly underneath. Like, decorating a poison apple. It looks gorgeous on the outside, but it's killing you. You know what I mean? I think about our war right now. Think about what we have done. We took burnout, literally destroying your body and your mental health for a paycheck, and we rebranded it as hustle culture. You know what I mean? We made it cool. Like, people put in their bios, grind never stops. That's Zayyanna. Right? We took vanity and obsession with how we look to strangers on the internet, and we called it personal branding. Zayyanna. We took endless scrolling, dopamine loops, comparing yourself to everyone 24/7, and we called it staying connected. Zayyanna. The scariest part is that nobody thinks they're doing anything wrong. No, that's the whole point. The deeds have been made pleasing. We generally love the things that are destroying us, right? and we don't even realize it. So why does this happen? I mean, like, what triggers this illusion? The verse actually tells us, it says, this happens to those who do not believe in the hereafter. Now, I know when people hear the hereafter, they immediately think about death and judgment day. And yes, that's a big part of it, for sure. But the Arabic word Al-Akhirah, it's bigger than that. Okay? It means the ultimate reality. The long game, the idea that this life is not all there is, and that every single thing you do has eternal weight. Right? And here's what I think is happening. When a society loses that, when people stop believing there's anything beyond this life, beyond the material, beyond the right now, something shifts in the human brain. You lose the horizon, right? You lose your own horizon. You stop asking, is this like meaningful? Like, and you just start asking, does this feel good right now? You see the switch, like, and when that happens, the illusion takes over. You start justifying everything. Yeah, I know this job is destroying my health, but the money is good. Yeah, I know I haven't spoken to my parents in weeks, but I'm busy building my career. Or, yeah, I know the planet is dying, but what am I supposed to do about it? You see how that works? Like, the coding gets thicker, the deeds get more pleasing, and you wander further and further off the path without even ever noticing. So what's the fix? How do we break out of this? And look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I have all the answers or that I'm some perfect person who's figured it all out. I haven't. Right? I struggle with this stuff just like everyone else. But I do know this. The cure is in the second half of that same verse. The cure is reconnecting to Al-Akhirah, to the ultimate reality. Right? Because when you genuinely, and I mean genuinely, not just culturally, not just because your parents told you to, when you genuinely anchor your heart in the idea that this life is it's temporary, and that there is a higher accountability, the spell starts to break. Just like that. The coating, the covering starts to peel off. You start seeing things for what they actually are. That job that's destroying your health, it's not success, it's a slow death, right? That social media validation, it's not connection, it's a void. That lifestyle you've been chasing, it's not freedom. It's a cage with a nicer furniture, right? The Quran is a cure because it doesn't just tell you what to do, it fixes your vision. It cleans the lens so you can actually see reality the way it is, not the way the world has decorated for you. The verse ends with this phrase, فَهُمْ يَحْمَحُونَ, they wander blindly. The word yahmahun is Arabic, means to be completely lost, stumbling around in confusion or not knowing which direction is up. Does this not sound exactly like the world right now? Look, I made this video because I genuinely believe the Quran has answers we have been looking for, not just for Muslims, for everyone. And the crazy thing is, the answers aren't hidden. Like, they're right there. We just have to actually stop and read them. So do me a favor, just take 5 minutes today, just 5, and think about one thing in your life that the world tells you is success, but deep down, your soul knows is just a beautiful illusion. Be honest with yourself. If this hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you want more kind of this stuff. and I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.